I'd like to call the meeting to order at 1600 hours on March the 10th and ask if there's any public comment. Any questions or concerns? No one is raising their hand or responding, so we'll move on to approval of the minutes from February 10th. Are there any corrections or concerns? If not, I would assume we are approving them. And moving on to the financial report.
I think we still need a motion.
Oh, okay. I will do that.
I move that we accept the minutes as delivered and stated.
And is there a second? Good. It's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes from February the 10th. Thank you, Linda. My dog is attending the meeting as well. You can see her tail wagging here.
That's awesome.
Rare appearance.
Okay, moving on. Patty, financial report?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we have March warrants that total $45,695.20, along with the total for payroll of $14,325.33. That includes Chief Carlton's salary of $5,278.50 and Chief Shields' pay of $3,175.83. And there was one event for each of the commissioners and the secretary. The total payout for the volunteers, warrants included, is $6,671. And I believe the February financial statements have been handed out for the board's review. So today I'm looking for a motion to approve the warrants and payroll for March.
Hey, are there any questions from Patty? Patty, could you talk about the $12,000 for the 5 cities fire authority? Is that an ongoing charge? I don't recall it before.
Oh, the $32,000? Yes, that is a one-time purchase, which we will be addressing, I believe, under new business.
Oh, okay.
And that is regarding the replacement vehicle.
Okay, I just didn't understand it as that classification. Good, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions for Patty? I would entertain a motion to accept the payroll and warrants as presented.
I move that March warrants totaling $45,695.20 and payroll of $14,325.33 be approved for payment.
And do I have a second? Pat? Raise your hand. Okay, great. Thank you. It's been moved and seconded that we accept the warrants for $45,695.20 and the payroll for $14,325.33. Thank you. Go ahead, Patty.
Okay. And then as far as the budget update, as of February 28th, 2021, we currently have 85.92% left in the budget. And that is compared to 83.36 the year prior.
Okay. And do you have, are you gonna, you're gonna deal with this other and unfinished business. Okay, very good. Any other questions? So we'll move to correspondence. Do we have any correspondence, John?
No correspondence this time.
Okay. And the chief's report?
Chief's report for March 2020 for February, so points of interest. We've given out 273 vaccine distributions as well. We have found a new vehicle to replace the County 58, and County 58 will become Brush 58 when we purchase the wildland license for it. There are no issues in the vehicles right now, so our member roster is 44 members, 26 Canadian, 10 members, 8 which consists of 5 medics, 8 EMTs, off those 8, 5 advanced EMTs, 3 ambassadors, and 34 firefighters. Total volunteer hours in February were 2,464. If everybody was given paid volunteer payroll, it would be $10,574. Chief Hilton had 161 hours last month. I had 127.5 for a total of 288.5. We had a total of 20 calls last month. We had 6 CMS calls, which consisted of one which we transferred to St. Joe's, 1 area, 2 no transports, 1 by county regs and 1 by Whatcom. We had 5 CARES visits, we had 4 public service, we had 5 fire traffic classifications, 1 legal burn, 1 water patrol, a gas leak, a wrong address, and we all went down the tree.
You were busy.
Yes.
Thank you, John. Are there any questions that you would like John to answer for you? Okay. I think at this point it would be very appropriate to thank the fire department for all the extra hours and time that you've been putting in all these weekends, helping the community to be as aware and safe as they have been, with only 1 outbreak of COVID since it started. We've been very lucky, and it's a lot of that goes to your many, many hours of volunteer.
Thank you very much. And that really started on the other side, north from the south side.
I'm sorry?
I said the one case we had started on
You're right. It didn't start here. You're very correct. Yeah. Thank you. Do you have any questions to ask John at this moment?
Only, Chief Shields, do you have some notion of when additional vaccine might be available to this community?
At this point, until have to change screens. Too much back. Too much back.
I have not gotten any information at this point, and I've been keeping in close contact with Quinnan, who will be the one who will be notified. We were hoping we would have it this weekend. It may still happen. I sat in on a teleconference yesterday with the health department, and all of Whatcom County was shorted drastically last week and part of the week before. So we were not the only ones who went without, and they're trying to rectify that now. Go ahead, John.
No, that's all.
Can't hear you.
That's all.
You don't have any further information?
No.
Okay, all right. So as soon as we have it, we'll put it out. It's not that we're keeping it for anybody. We want to really get people scheduled, and the minute we know, the chief will start calling people and making arrangements for them to come in. So I think for our small community, we're doing pretty well. So, anyway, any other unfinished business? Patty, do you want to talk about this you want to talk about it under unfinished or new business?
The new business. I think it's under new business.
Okay. So do you want Are you gonna report on it, or is John gonna report on it?
Either way, I certainly don't mind. And since John has an echo, would you like me to, John?
Okay, he's happy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so are we doing the resolution first?
Sure, let's do that first.
Directly in front of me. Okay. So today for board approval, we have resolution 2021-01. And it is titled Waiver of Competitive Bidding Requirements. And this is in regards to purchasing a replacement vehicle with using the funds from the insurance recovery that we received about a month ago. And since the district is not purchasing a new vehicle, not going out to bid for such, this is a kind of a special circumstance because it is a used vehicle, and let me get the specifics here. Since it's a used vehicle, it's considered a single source purchase, meaning that no one else has that at this time available. It's a 2015 Ford Explorer Command vehicle, and as you had noted in the payables, for $32,000, and being purchased from 5 Cities Fire Authority. And my understanding is from Chief Shields and Chief Carlton is that it comes equipped with a lot of equipment already that is saving the district a considerable amount by purchasing this as used. And I think that's all I have on there, unless the board has any questions regarding the resolution itself prior to approval.
Any concerns, questions? I don't know, the chief did have a picture, and I don't know if that got through to the other commissioners of the vehicle. I don't have it available. Is it available, John, or?
I can, if you'd like it, I can get it.
We normally appreciate all your feedback, John.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
If he can give us a picture, then I think that would be kind of interesting to see. It looks like a really nice vehicle, and the chief seemed very happy that he was able to for us to acquire this. So, yeah.
It has low miles and, like I said, with all the additional equipment, it's saving the district quite a large sum. And
There will be additional cost to put all of the necessary fire equipment on it that is not there, but I don't know if we have an estimate of that yet.
that I do not know.
No, I don't either.
In addition, I assume that there's going to be a transportation charge. I think the vehicle will be shipped here. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. So we'll be purchasing it for the $32,000 today, and then there will be transportation fee, and then when it arrives here in Washington State, that's when tax and licensing will also be additional on top of that, taken out of the insurance recovery funds.
As well as completion of outfitting.
Correct, yes.
Any other questions? We'd love to know what you're saying.
Pat, if you look at the very bottom of the screen, you can click on the chat icon and you can type what you're trying to say, and you can choose whether you want to send it privately or to everyone so we can all receive your comment.
Thank you, Linda.
Pleasure.
moved back to his office, so there's not so much.
Back to my office, so it's not so much,
Okay.
give me 1 second here and I will grab the picture. So basically, the vehicle comes fully equipped. It has the complete lighting package in it already. It comes with 3 dual head radios already. It has a command station in the back, solar panel with an inverter system. It is completely wired for NVT computers and all of that. Give me 1 second and I'll grab the picture.
That sounds better than I expected.
So basically, I'm hoping you can see, it looks like that.
That's a spiffy ride for you, John.
Yeah,
It
it's a 2015 police interceptor, and it was actually the chief's vehicle of Five City Fire down in California.
And I understand that's going to be your vehicle now, is that correct?
Yeah, I was very surprised at that. I thought I would be getting a Tahoe and Chief Carlson would be getting a new vehicle, but it looks like I won the coin toss.
Okay, we can't argue with that.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll see what that costs them down the road.
Yeah. So basically, by purchasing this vehicle, we're saving the district probably in the range of $45,000.
Right.
It's just the basic to go out and buy, just even if we went to state bid, just to buy the vehicle alone, the truck that we were looking at was just $27,000 alone by itself. So by the time you put the lighting package and the deckling on it, and the light, all the lighting, the radios and everything, you're probably into it for another 35, 40,000 on top of that. So, brand new vehicle would probably be in the 60 to 55 to $60,000 range.
Thank you.
And they're doing all the, what's nice about it is I've been talking with Steve, who is the chief down there. They are actually going to program the radios and everything for us before we receive it.
Wow.
That's pretty special.
That really is.
So I sent their tech guy all our radio and stuff, and they're going to program it up this week.
Great, great. That's exciting. So what happens to your old vehicle?
My vehicle, basically, I will be taking all the equipment, medical equipment, everything out of it, and we will be putting a wildland skid in it, and it will become Brush 58 for doing wildland firefighting.
Great.
Yeah, so it can basically keep up with rapidly moving brush fires and the like.
Right, because it has its self-contained pump. We're not actually having to use a pump that's ran off the vehicle itself.
It's just a great idea because right now we really don't have a vehicle capable of doing that, so that's great.
Right.
Pat, I know you still want to say something, but you haven't put anything. Do you know how to do the chat?
Oh wait, I see a chat. Just hold on here.
Oh, really? Oh, goodness.
Oh no, it just says, can you reply?
Yeah, thought if I put something up, he'd be able to see it and reply rather than look for the chat button at the bottom.
Can we have him call in by phone?
Yeah? Oh,
No?
I'm not a very good lip reader there, Mr.
No,
Hart.
I
I'm able
can't.
to take minutes of what you're saying. Have you tried the unmute button in your upper right-hand corner of your particular screen? Put your mouse in your particular screen. If you can see all of us. And then there's a blue button or whatever color in your house at up in the upper right-hand corner. It says mute or unmute. And if that's not working for you, at the very bottom of the screen, if you mouse all the way down, you get options to share the screen, record the meeting, a number of other options, and one of them is chat. And you can chat by clicking on it and then type what you're trying to tell us.
When I go on the participants list, he's not even listed on there. I wonder if
Does he have to be admitted by,
Virginia, he's listed there. You just gotta scroll down to see him because he's at the very bottom.
Oh, okay, I was covered, I'm sorry.
That's no problem.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how to help it. And he wants to say something. We should try and allow that.
John, you might have the ability to click on participants, find Pat, and unmute him. I can't because I'm not an administrator.
No, and I can't either, I've been trying.
Yeah, but John's the host, so he might be able to.
gotta go to the host operating position here.
I'm working, I'm a coming.
Well, it looks like my mouse hit the floor. Come on, come back here.
Perhaps, Chairman Lester, he can communicate with you offline after the meeting, and his comments can be included into the record later.
How?
Yeah, no,
If they're not created during the public meeting, they can't.
can't do that.
They can't be, I see.
No.
But what about the chat feature? Have you found that at the very bottom of the screen so you can type your comments in?
Well, can you write it on a piece of paper and show us? We can see you if you can write a question or a comment. It's okay?
Yep, I think I read yup there.
Yeah, okay. So let's go on. We don't want to detain everybody any longer, I think. Okay, so we've, as far as the resolution is concerned, we will, do we have to take a...
Yes, you need a vote.
We need a vote on that, don't we? Okay. Ray, do you want to make a...
Yes, I move that resolution number 2021-01, waiver of competitive bidding requirements with respect to the purchase of the used fire vehicle be approved.
And I assume that Pat would second that. Yeah, he is. Okay, very good. It's been moved and seconded to accept the resolution, and everyone in favor, and it's passed. Okay, let's move on then, Patty, to, do you want to do the the rental.
Yes. Yes, so we've reached the time of year for the annual renewal for the Point Roberts Hospital Clinic. And I believe all of you received a copy of the CPI, the current one, the Consumer Price Index for the Seattle area.
Right.
It's the same one that we usually go off of every year. It was updated December 2020, which shows that the CPI was up 1.4% from the previous year. Last year's increase was 2.2%. And for the contract, it states that the rent may be adjusted at the discretion of the Board of Commissioners. And going by that, typically in the past, we've used the current CPI rate. If the board so chooses to increase that for 2021, the 1.4% equates to $223.94 increase. And that would make the total rent for 2021 $16,219.55.
Okay. Is there discussion about, is it standard for us to take what is recommended by the index, the CPI?
You have in the past, but for the contract, it states that it is up to the discretion of the board. So it is completely up to the board as far as what you choose to do.
Okay. Any discussion from you, Ray?
Only that it seems to me that the 2.2% consumer price index increase is reasonable, and I would support it.
Okay, thank you.
So
and Pat is trying to get in on the phone. Is that, yeah. Are you hearing us? We're not hearing you.
Can you hear him now?
Aha.
Oh, we can hear you. Wow.
You hear me?
Yes. Speak to us.
But my original question was there any warranties attached?
No. As basically what we're doing with the vehicle is Chief. Oh my God, I'm just going to call him Steve because I can never pronounce his name without butchering it. He is actually taking it to the Ford dealer there, and they are going to do all the servicing of it prior to us receiving it.
Okay. And you can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you on the phone.
Can you hear me on the screen?
No, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can cut you on speaker on my phone. Yeah, she can hear you because I've got my mic on, and she can hear you through the phone.
Do you have any other comments to make about the purchase of the vehicle? No.
No, he does not.
Okay, all right. And do you want to make any comment about the rent for the hospital district? Is there any concern that you have with the 2.2%? Okay.
1.4%.
Yes, thank you, Linda. Yes.
I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong place.
I stand corrected as well, that's right. It's an actual CPI increase of 1.4% that we're looking at here. Please correct that, thank you.
Okay, so are we ready to take an action on the hospital district's rent? Do you want to try that, Pat?
He approves the 1.4 increase.
Okay, all right. And
I second.
is there a second for that? Is that okay, Linda? Did you get all of that?
I did.
Okay, all right. Very good. Then that passes and their rent will now be $16,219.55 a month. Okay?
And I will get that invoice out this week, and it will be most likely entered with their April payables.
Great. Great. Thank you very much, Patty, for all of that.
Certainly.
One question, it's not going to affect my vote, but one question. What's this 2.2% in Karen's up here? What does that have to do with it?
That was just to show you what the 2020 rent was.
Oh.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you as a comparable, but I was writing it, so sorry if that was a bit confusing.
No, all I had to be was a bit more careful with my reading, but thanks very much.
Well, I think the CPI is a little bit lower this year because of our economic situation, right? Does that have anything to do with it?
I believe so.
Yeah, so, okay, very good. Anything else that you need to speak about as far as new business or anything else that we need to talk about?
I do not have anything.
Okay. Yes, Ray?
I actually do have something that I would like to report, and that's the status of the communications tower project. The application for a building permit has been approved up to the stage of release for public comment. So we should have a building permit in hand in the near future, perhaps the next couple of weeks. So the period of performance for constructing and erecting the tower is the April-May time period. So we're going to be very busy, and there are going to be some requirements to be made on the fire district during this period, but they should not necessarily have any financial implications, simply use of space, etc. I just wanted everyone to know that things are moving.
And again, remind us exactly where that's going.
It's going in the northwest corner of the existing parking lot, entirely on the tarmac. That layout was approved by Chief Carlton and Chief Shields, and that's where it's going to be within the requirements that they laid out. Speaking of layout, I would like to get together with Chief Shields and go out there and mark the perimeter of that construction area before any contractors get involved. So we're certain it's going to be where both chiefs expect it to be. So we'll have that to do, and I requested a meeting with Chief Carlton and Chief Shields to just go over a few other things that we need to in preparation. Then it's a matter of just getting this stuff delivered, having a place to put it, and getting to work.
And I would like to just clarify that this is all property of PrEP that is being donated to the fire department on the fire department's property.
It's actually more than that. Yes, PrEP is acting as an agent here because we were in the position to get the FEMA grant. But the condition of building the tower rests upon its immediate transfer as property to the fire district.
Right.
And then it's completed. Then it becomes fire district property, and it will be insured under fire district insurance at that moment. And otherwise there wouldn't be a tower. That's basically the condition. So yes, we're basically acting as the agent to do the construction at this point.
I think we needed to have that clarified so everybody understood that. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Any other comments? Do you want to comment on that, Pat?
No.
Okay. All right. Is there any other business that needs to be brought up today? If not, I will entertain a motion for adjournment at 16:35. Yes? Okay, we adjourn. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.